In this video, what we are going to look at is the Common Rail Direct Injection System. This is commonly referred to as CRDi for short. We are going to look at this system in this video. If you see where this system is used, nowadays it is being used in diesel engines. We will look at this in detail in this video. If you look at the early days, they used a mechanical system to inject diesel into diesel engines. If you see, they used a mechanical fuel injection pump. There are many types of these mechanical fuel injection pumps. One of them is the inline injection. Another one is the rotary pump. These are the two pumps that were being used. In the inline injection system, if you look at it, for however many cylinders your engine has, there will be a separate injection pump for each cylinder. That injection pump is operated by a camshaft. The engine itself drives this injection pump. Is that okay? This is how this system worked. Next, let's look at the rotary pump. In a rotary pump, there will be only one pump. As this pump rotates, it injects fuel into each engine cylinder. Is that okay? Both of these systems were used. Then in the rotary pump, electronically, they controlled the fuel injection through a control unit. Many such systems were used like this. If you look at all these systems, there were many drawbacks. To overcome those drawbacks, the Common Rail Fuel Injection System was introduced. Next, let's look in detail at the Common Rail Injection System. If you ask why it's called the Common Rail Injection System, it's because there is a common rail in it. If you look at the rail, it looks like a small tank. In this tank, diesel is stored at high pressure. All the injectors are connected to this tank. Is that okay? This tank supplies the same amount of pressure to all the injectors. That's why it's called the Common Rail Fuel Injection System. Let's look at this system in detail. If you look at the Common Rail Fuel Injection System, if you observe the system in action, you'll notice that each injector is designed to work independently from the others. This means that every injector can perform its function without being affected by the status or performance of the rest. For instance, if one injector needs maintenance or encounters a problem, the other injectors will continue to operate normally, ensuring the system. Accordingly, the Common Rail Fuel Injection System has a sequential layout. In this, you'll find a supply pump. When supplying this fuel, it is pumped and sent through a filter to the high pressure pump. What happens is this diesel fuel is pumped at very high pressure and sent to the common rail. If you look at what happens then, there will be a common rail pressure sensor. Then there will be a pressure control valve. And there will be pipelines connecting to all the injectors. Okay, what the pressure control does is, when the pressure in the common rail increases, a small amount of diesel is sent back to the tank. By doing this, a constant pressure is maintained. At maximum, that's how it works, okay? Then from the beginning, this rail gradually in this, among the 16 in the red column, in the local, what this issue does is the engine speed sensor and then the cams in this. It takes all those inputs and sends a signal indicating to what extent it should operate. This is the electronic control field. So the signal comes from this ECU. It checks whether the required amount is okay or not. So this is the layout of the Common Rail Fuel Injection System, okay? If you look quite closely, in the common rail, as you can see, they have set up a lot of different functions in a very organized and careful manner, all working together seamlessly. This high pressure oil for each engine, at what time and how much amount of fuel should be injected, is controlled by the ECU. The ECU sends a signal to the respective injector, and as soon as that injector opens, diesel fuel is injected into the engine at high pressure. This is how this system works. Now, in the common rail system, the same level of pressure is applied to all the injectors. This process continues day after 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 day. The same thing keeps happening. That's why the mileage of the vehicle increases. Tata, Mahindra, CRDe and beyond. Even in Volvo, it's called D Darda Patin Kililil. If you look at Suzuki, it's DDIS. For Toyota, it's D4D. For Simus, it's ID. If you see it's ICID, then Pride. And after that, JD. The battle is 10 rounds. The battle is 10 full rounds. Hey, like that, each company has given a name that suits them. They are famous. In India, everything has come to an end. They're all being used. Then later on, this same thing keeps getting any shortcomings, comments,